3 months. It's been 3 months, I think. It is July, June. No, it's June. It's June. 18th of June. Meaning it marks 3 months since I've landed in this godforsaken land. But to celebrate, I'm going to be making cookies. It shouldn't take too long. I think this will be a shorter video. But hopefully nothing goes wrong in this video. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Nothing will go wrong. It shouldn't be too hard. It's just cookies. So I've got basically everything prepared already. I have my bowl, and I have my ingredients over here, and I'm using my eating chopsticks instead of my cooking ones because I haven't washed the dishes since yesterday. So yesterday I slept at a cool like 10 o'clock. Fat cat goes to sleep a little bit earlier, but I'm an adult, so I can do that. I can go to sleep at 10. And then I wake up at 2 a.m. I can't go to sleep after that. So I decided to wake up and I don't know, I stayed up until, I think it was like 8 a.m. I stayed up until after waking up at 2, so I slept for about 4 hours, stayed up for about 6 hours. And then I couldn't, and then suddenly I felt really tired, so I went to sleep, and then I woke up at like 6 p.m. And right now, I don't actually know what time it is, but I think it's like 7 or something like that, so it's only been an hour since I've woken up. So I've added the butter, I'm now adding sugar. Okay, this recipe also has baking powder, so I need to lock in. That's really enough sugar. So I've barely looked at the recipe online, and I've looked at what I needed to know, and I've committed what I needed to know to memory. But I didn't check, the amount of each ingredient I need. Accidentally tied a knot in this rubber band. It is undesirable. Oh, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't. Oh, there we go. So I've looked at the recipe. I'm just gonna play by ear basically, because that's what cooking is basically. Basically twice in the same sentence. Okay, now I've done that, I need to mix this. I want a lab mic or something like that, because when I'm like mixing stuff around, it's always so loud. This is loud. I need a whisk as well. I don't have a whisk though, so I'm using chopsticks. Apparently I meant to mix this until it's homogeneous, but it's not going to get homogeneous unless it was like liquid. So I'm just going to ignore that step. It's not necessary. Cooking, especially making sweets, you don't need to follow it. But now that there's some liquid in, yeah, I definitely should have melted butter a little bit more. I'm gonna melt the butter a little bit more in my oven that I have. You can hear it ticking, I think. I don't know. I've got an oven. I didn't know it was an oven until just like 2 hours ago, maybe. No, 1 hour ago. Light it up. I'll wait for it. It's okay. So, yeah, I need to add salt. And yes, I have salt now. I think it's salt. I didn't really read it. Something, salt, probably. So I need to add just a wee bit of salt. That's all too much salt. It's gonna be so salty. Okay. And some baking soda. I need to be really locked into this one. Just a tiny, it was 1/8 of a teaspoon. I remembered that much, just to make sure that I don't add too much. I don't know how much a teaspoon is, or an eighth. Ooh, that was too much. You'll make do. If it's gross, I can just eat it off camera. Okay, I've added salt, baking soda. Need to add chocolate powder. Now flour, last thing. And then I mix it around. If I had vanilla essence, I would have added it. I don't have vanilla essence. Wait, it said 4 tablespoons. I added like 8, 9 tablespoons. That's okay, right? A little bit of flour's never hurt. Okay, this is gonna be so terrible. Sigh. How do I... Maybe if I add another egg. Did you see that? That's bad. Okay, whatever. Should I add another egg? You know, yes and no.
Yes. No. Yes.
Yes. Okay. At the end of the day, there's just more cookie for me to enjoy. Okay, now it's time for mixing. I'll just skip ahead to when I'm done. Okay, I've done with the mixing. Apparently, well, not apparently, I knew this already from the start, but I needed chocolate chips, but I couldn't be bothered to do that, so I didn't get any. So it's just gonna be a chocolate cookie. I'm sure that's fine, not a chocolate chip cookie. Okay, so. Oh, that's hot on my fingers, that's hot on here and here and here. That was hot. I have my rag. Okay, things placed on top of like ovens that heat up to 1,000,000,000 degrees Celsius get hot. That's the tip of the day. Tip of the day. That was is very hot. Here's my oven tray. I need to fit like 4 cookies on this. I might just go 2 at a time, 2 by 2. Time to make the cookie shape. Do you want to see this? Yeah, okay. You can see this, right? This is my washing machine reveal. If I had like a plastic bag and I could like make a little thing that, you know, cooks use, chefs use, whatever, I would do that, and I do have that, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's game. Yeah. Wait, I didn't read that part. Space to do the ability. Oh, you can't go diagonal. It's really bad controls, actually. Don't hurt my... This game sucks, actually. Enough of this. Chess? Oh, there it is. Oops, that's a misclicked. Whatever. Okay. That is so sad. Okay. It's because there's divots. That's my excuse. There's like divots in the pan for some reason. I'll take a photo of this. No, I have some left over, so I'll do it again off camera, and I'll take a photo of that. That's sad. Okay. It's time to crack it open. Wait, this is kind of like... never mind, I'm not gonna say it. How pathetic. I think it's good. Like, it's not a cookie at all. This oven sucks. Well, I mean, this oven tray sucks. And definitely could have done something about that if I used just anything else as an oven tray. But I didn't. So I paid the price. I'll make it again because I have some left over. But if I make it again and it looks better, I'll take a photo of it and I'll put it in the video. If there's nothing, then just assume that it goes wrong. Just assume that it went wrong. Okay, so while I was gone, I got some baking powder, and some milk, and I added it to the mixture, which was definitely up there in worst mistakes ever. Okay, I know. So things went wrong. It went wrong. So I'm gonna remember. I mean, it was like 2 minutes ago for you probably, but remember what the cookie looked like. Okay, this is it now. Feel old yet? What is that? What is, like, literally, what is this? This is not a cookie. It's burnt on the bottom as well. I don't actually know what went wrong. So I'm just gonna eat it. Actually, check out this other cookie. I made two because I had a tiny bit left over. How do I show you this one? This is also terrible. Like, seriously, what went wrong? Let me know down in the comments what went wrong in this video, and I will respond to them. I will. Because I actually have no idea. I'm gonna eat it and throw up probably because it reeks. It smells like something like died in the walls. So I'll take a photo. First. Okay, time to eat. Itadakimasu. I don't know. I have no words. Like, it honestly doesn't taste bad. Oh, it does, because it's not good. It doesn't taste good. But it tastes way better than the mug cake that I made. Like, that was genuinely horrible, but this is, like, delicious in comparison. Yeah, this. I don't know. I'll finish that later. I was gonna put both of these into the oven, but they wouldn't fit, so I just popped them into the microwave, and I think that's where the issue started. Okay. This one's actually not bad. But I was trying to make a cookie. There's no crunch in this. It's just... Okay, no, this one's good. This one's bad. It went wrong. It did actually go wrong. It went wrong. But there were no cups cold. So I think that's a plus. I don't know. Okay, the issue. What? Okay, I'll tell you what my train of thought was. So when I made the first cookie, I used the oven tray, but I didn't have any baking paper, so I made an excuse saying like, oh, it's got divots or whatever. So I realized that maybe I should just get some baking paper. So I went to get baking paper, and while I was gone getting baking powder, I thought to myself, wait a minute, the cookie kind of tasted like not very like creamy or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. So I just thought to myself, maybe I should get milk, because in Minecraft you use milk to make cake. So I assumed that be the same. Though I guess in Minecraft you don't use milk to make cookies. What do you use again? Cocoa beans, sugar, and flour, something like that. I don't know. And there is no milk now that I think about it. But Jesus. But so I made a lapse in my judgment, and I bought some milk, and I bought the baking paper, and I came back, and I was like, screw this. I have chocolate all over my mouth somehow. And I dumped a crap ton of milk into the mixture, the cookie mixture. And I just poured, I don't know, I dumped that all over onto this baking paper, and I popped it in. Actually, first I poured it into a mug, and then this is what came out. So I should have thought of, I mean, I don't know. I realized that it was basically a cake mixture instead of a cookie mixture. So I poured it into I tried to make a mug cake again, and that's what came out. Honestly, not that bad. And then something. No, but I don't know. Not that bad. I didn't make a cookie though. This one's much better though. Okay. I don't remember what the first cookie, what I gave it. I don't think I even gave it a rating. But it was really hard to eat, and I couldn't eat it actually. So I'm gonna say it's like a 5 out of 10. This one is like this is about a, I don't know, a 4 out of 10, which is an improvement out of like 2 out of 10 on the mug cake that I made first. And this one is about a 6.5 out of 10. So I don't know. I think I've lost my title as the dessert guy, because so far every single dessert I've made is terrible. But I'm gonna say that is because I don't have a workstation. I don't have a bench. I don't have any tools. I'm just making do with what I've got. And it's not working out very well, because making desserts, you have to be very precise, and I've just been eyeballing it because I don't really care, because I don't have measuring tools. I don't have measuring tools. I don't know. It's a failure. What should I make next week? Because it's not gonna be. No more cakes. No. You know what? I'll try to make a souffle. and I'll look at the recipe, and I'll follow it carefully, and I'll try to be as precise as possible. But if I check out the recipe and it doesn't seem doable with what I've got, I'm not gonna buy anything to make it work. I'm just gonna either, if it's too hard, I just won't do it. But if I think it's possible, then I'll try and make it work with what I've got. Okay, so look forward to that. I will not be. I don't know. Tell me, like, if you want me to try and make a recipe, just tell me. I'll look it up. I'll see what I can do. Because I don't know. I was thinking of making curry, but I need to check that out. See if it's possible. Okay? Capiche? Okay. Bye-bye.